Almost in the middle of the Indian Ocean stands a tenacious symbol of Indian piety. Set amongst seas of turquoise and sweet sugar cane is the picturesque island of Mauritius. It boasts on the one hand luxury and sheer opulence, and on the other, a rich cultural heritage that has come to symbolize the deep spirit of its people. Mauritius has become legendary in its observance of one of Hinduism's most sacred festivals, the festival of Maha Shivarathri.
This is the night where the moon is at its lowest. The moon has got only one color, one fraction. Only one fraction of that moon affects your mind. So this is the time that you should seize the opportunity. You can control that mind. And once you control the mind, you have everything. You have that inner peace and inner happiness, and you will not be affected by sorrows, by happiness. This is you come to that level of equipoise, serenity. So this is the night we have to stay awake and focus.
Shiva is light and Ratri is darkness. Light is covered by the darkness, and today when we celebrate Shivaratri, it really means uncovering the darkness to see the light. The light is the light that is inside all of us if we know the art of reaching there through meditation, through silence, through prayer. It's a spiritual journey.
According to Hinduism, this lifetime is but a part of the soul's journey in its evolution towards ultimate peace, or moksha. Our character is determined by our actions, and pleasure and pain is but a natural consequence of this. Suffering is therefore part of the Hindu psyche and explains the extreme tests of endurance borne by Hindus throughout Indian history. Just like in South Africa, our forefathers came across these waters to work the land. They brought with them their ancient culture and traditions, which eventually helped them survive and thrive. It's been almost 150 years since the first sugarcane was planted back at home. But what's interesting is that here in Mauritius, it's still one of the dominant industries. In 1834, the first indentured labourers from India arrived in Mauritius. Even while on their way here, their dreams of a new life of prosperity faded fast into oblivion. They were greeted with a squalor that was to be their lot for the greater part of their lives. In fact, their sweat that cleared this rock-strewn landscape into a carpet of sweet green is matched only by their legacy of industriousness and godliness that can still be seen in modern Mauritius today.
Material distress of living isolated, not having food to eat. You're living in so much fear. Who is there with you night and day? It's only your belief. You believe in Hanuman, you believe in the gods. And this is what made our Hindu brothers and sisters, when they came as indentured laborers, to cling to these energy symbols, Hanuman or Shiva or Vishnu or Durga or Ma. All these symbols of energy that they have always known from birth. And this helped them to go through the dark nights of despair and suffering. So you can imagine the Shimanma, the road that they traveled. And of course, these songs, those bhajans, the songs and the music and the mantras, all of them must have helped them tremendously towards the light.
The resolute observance of their faith in the face of cruel adversity brought with it nuances that makes the Mauritian Hindu proudly unique. There exists today a sense of national unity among the many peoples of this land, with each school of thought, each heritage, contributing harmoniously to the greater good, as seen in festivals like Maha Shivarathri. Sureka, you've been living in Mauritius for 3 years now.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, living in Mauritius for the last 3 years, I've learned a lot about the Mauritian way of life. I think the utmost important thing is that Mauritian people take their religion and their culture very seriously. It's a place where a lot is being devoted to prayer and worship. And it's something that I've learned, coming from South Africa, not only for the festivals, but I think day in and day out, the people here are quite religious, very peaceful people. And it's a pleasure to live here.
The closest translation to the Sanskrit word Shiva denotes purity or auspiciousness. For thousands of people in Mauritius, the annual festival of Maha Shivarathri has also become a pilgrimage of purity, where the walk becomes a penance to clear the soul, and the holy water a tangible symbol of an auspicious higher goal.
The population of Mauritius is 1.2 million, and a little more than 50% are Hindus. Let us say about 700,000 are Hindus.
Hindus throughout the diaspora observe the great night of Shiva, yet none walk more in the footsteps of their forefathers than those in Mauritius. We wonder how in a place so sensual we can find something so spiritual. Join us after the break as we find out a little bit more about Maha Shivarathri in Mauritius. A distinctive feature of the Mauritian Maha Shivarathri festival is the walk by pilgrims to collect holy water for the performance of religious services back in their local temples and homes. The long walk to Ganga Taloa begins in settings such as these, with local villagers walking through the sugarcane fields, carrying their mandirs. This particular mandir weighs in excess of 100 kilograms, so you can well imagine the effort that's going into carrying this, the 40-kilometer distance to the lake. Depending on where they live, pilgrims walk from all parts of the island for the holy water, sometimes taking days traveling more than 70 kilometers on foot. Some carry or draw decorated carvers, as they are called. How long did it take to make?
This may take 1 month.
1 month?
Yeah, this cover, it may take 1 month.
Initially, these bamboo structures served to carry the holy water. But now they have become elaborate pieces of Hindu symbolism, detailing various aspects of Hindu iconography and usually depicting the particular affinity of a group. Tell us why the mandir is red and white in particular?
Particular is white is mean the purity, and red is the energetic power, the Shakti is a symbol, and also happiness. So
it's the color of happiness.
Yeah, and also you will see, and it also is the color of love.
That's right. Throughout the pilgrimage, the atmosphere is charged with devotional singing and chants. The bam bam bole is the sound of Shiva's damaru, his small little drum, and the sound of which is meant to purify the atmosphere, helping one to imbibe more spiritual vibrations.
Bam bam! Bole! 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 Bam bam bole! Bam bam bole! Today is, we are on the Maha Shivarathri festival. So we have started our pilgrimage to the Ganga Taloa, where we'll do our prayers, we'll do the offerings to Lord Shiva. We have started walking today and we already walked some 30 kilometers. Very long way to go.
One of the very important meaning of these big, huge covers that they make and carry for 3 days, 3 nights they walk and go there. It is the significance that all the burden, all the sufferings that we have in our life, despite that mountain, that load that we have on our shoulders, we are bearing that. Oh Lord, we're coming, we're going to surrender that to you. We leave everything and we come back light, peaceful, and full of happiness.
We are here in Vakwa Phoenix, a pit stop just like many others dotted across the island, where the chariots and pilgrims converge to refuel and freshen up before moving on to the lake. I have to say, the atmosphere is electric. It's quite a joy being here.
Shivaratri in Mauritius has become a public holiday, with continuous live coverage on radio and television, contributing to a sense of national festivity.
Standing at the entrance to Ganga Taloa, greeting his pilgrims, is the most beautiful statue of a young, smiling and beneficent Lord Shiva. At the end of an arduous journey in the sweltering heat, it is a sight to behold.
Today we start from Babasa. We come here to take Ganga Jals. Then tomorrow we will go to Shivara to put it on the sibling.
We love Shiva. Shiva is a great Lord. That's why we came here to take the water and we go to the temple.
We go to pray and to fetch water, sacred water, and then we'll go for staying somewhere, and then returning home, back home tomorrow. Then we'll go to Mandir to pray, then back home.
Shiva is a great Lord and we like him, everybody likes him.
At the conclusion of the walk, the pilgrims reach Ganga Taloa, ending what is the largest Hindu pilgrimage outside of India.
We have Juman Giri Gosai, who had a dream in 1897 of this Ganga Taloa, of this lake. And he went to find that lake, plowing through the thick forest to reach there.
It appeared that there were angels around, so they called it Pari Talao. Pari Talao means the lake of angels.
And from there on, it assumed a very sacred hue, because they say, legend has it, that Maha Ganga actually went under the ocean to come up in this lake to fulfill the wishes of the pilgrims who come there.
This place is unbelievable. It's nothing short of enchanting. The people immersed in silent prayer, the lights, the mist shrouding the hill. There is an energy that's actually quite hard to describe, but very, very palpable.
This little place, really when you go there, you feel it's different. Energy level that the angels, that energy is very, very high. And Maha Shivarathri at this place, specifically, why it is unique, you can feel divinity there.
All the vibrations in that place is also extraordinarily beautiful. If you go there, you see the mist and the sanctity. It's so beautiful. Because finally what makes a thing beautiful is also all the prayers, all the good feelings and all the good intentions. It's all there. And Maha Ganga has come and blessed this place.
The evening is mystical. The sweet smell of incense wafting through the air, the look on people's faces as they're deep in prayer. It puts you into quite a meditative state. I came all the way to this sacred space without bringing any container with which I could take the holy water back. So how does my day end? With a complete stranger giving me this bottle shaped like Lord Shiva, already filled with the holy water. What more could I ask for?
Hindu festivals help turn our attention to the fundamental spiritual questions. Who are we really? Where did we come from? Where are we going to? Shivarathri in Mauritius is rich in ritual that draws the spiritual aspirant into seeking answers, correcting their conduct, and moving towards the ultimate goal.
Each and every ritual that has been written down in the Vedas and has come down has an inner significance. Let's take one simple thing, one simple ritual for Maha Shivarathri. We'll take the coconut. The coconut is our ego. We break our ego on that night.
We have our five senses which lead us outward. So we automatically say Shiva is out there, in the temple, on the hill, in the bell, in the flower, in the coconut, in all these symbols and, rites and ceremonies.
We are born to learn not to be born again, and all these are helping us to realize that omniscience, omnipresence, omnipotence, which is not outside, which is inside of us. We are divine.
The spiritual path is not an easy one, and the pilgrimage is evidence of the fortitude needed to triumph over trials of discomfort and times of darkness.
What is the role of suffering? Why suffer? I think we are in a process of transition. The process of purification has to happen because man is full of contamination, full of hatred, anger, lust, greed. So until all that is got out of his system, how can he be free? Before we reach divinity, we have to be ready for it. And the body and the mind goes through these sufferings in order to purify ourselves.
Back with the holy Ganga water, the prayer or Puja on Shivarathri day begins first at home with the family.
Tell us how the day of Shivarathri unfolds for a normal family in Mauritius.
Normally it begins quite early in the morning where the family performs a prayer at their home. It's a general prayer offering fruits and praying to the Shiva Lingam. You have to pour the Ganges water onto it, which is quite important, as well as milk. And then afterwards you distribute your prasadam to the rest of the family.
After the early morning pujas at home, families come to the local temples.
We are now at the site of one of the oldest and biggest temples in Mauritius, where masses have gathered, including the Honourable Prime Minister, Dr. Naveen Chandra Ramgulam.
You can't have a festival without good food. And somehow, everybody gets fed. Thank you.
The atmosphere at the temple is festive, with all the kavas now back from the Great Lake.
Avinash, these are so beautiful, they're so colorful. What are they?
These are called kavas. After the festival, we take out the murti, like you saw the Lord Shiva's there. We take it, put it in our house or outside in the prayer room, and the cowl, it's made of, mostly of the cowl is made of bamboo, so which is nature. So we take out all the decoration, and by nature the cowl will dissolve.
After the daytime temple puja, the distinctive celebration of Maha Shivarathri in Mauritius slips slowly into the more traditional observance by Hindus the world over. The vigil on the darkest night of the year, the night of Shiva.
We call it Char Pahar Ke Puja because it is in 4 parts. Each part is 3 hours. And we keep vigil during the whole night. It seems like the whole of Mauritius take part in the Char Pahar Ke Puja. No one sleeps in the country. Everybody is in the mandir chanting bhajans of Lord Shiva, prayers.
Everything has a significance. The lingam, the shape of it itself is infinite. It has no beginning, no end. So that also is a symbol. It's a symbol for man to understand that the Lord is infinite. There is no beginning, there is no end. It is formless finally.
If you are able to be Shraddhapurn means reach the highest point of your meditation, there's a possibility for you to dissolve the darkness in you, the whole of your darkness. And then the destruction of evil, the destruction of all the conditionings which imprison us happens. That is the symbol of the night.
This exotic island holiday destination of the Indian Ocean has become a beacon of Hindu Dharma, inspiring an ancient faith with refreshing traditions, embracing Vedic wisdom with a multicultural modernity that's made Maha Shivarathri in Mauritius world famous today.